And we say good evening now to Anne-Marie, who has BSAC action.
Says that defending champions St. Michael's School, they have already taken command of the defense of their title at the BSAC Championship. It started today with the Frank Blackman zone. Now, CBC's Damien Best was there for the 100-meter action.
Umbrellas up, mixed weather conditions for the Frank Blackman zone of BSAC 2019. Time finals. Under 17 girls, 100 meters on the line, section 2, fastest of the 3 races. Lanes 4 and 5 coming at you. Jada Hines of Commonwealth in lane 4, shoulder to shoulder with Aaliyah Agard of Frederick Smith. Agard eases past for the win in 12.43 seconds, a new zonal record. The 01 12.47 seconds out of here. Dania Haynes of the Lodge School and this young lady from Spring Memorial, Zariah Graves, won their sections. Haynes clocked 12.53 and Graves here handling the business with authority in 12.66. On to the under 17 boys, no vacancy in lane 1. Joshua Thornhill of Queen's College off to a smooth start. Nathan Roy of St. Michael's School at full tilt, but keep your eyes on lane 7. Jadon Pierce of St. Leonard's Boys, extra boost. Bye-bye for now, 11.69 seconds. Second fastest athlete in section 1 posted 11.57. Sean Raphael repping QC. The support was there, no drums, no horns required. Raphael peaked with 10 meters to go, leaving a Mary Knight of St. Leonard's in second. But the real boss in the under 17 boys was Daquan Clark of Ellerslie Secondary, built tough and finishing like a train. Caleb Messiah of SMS had a sniff, but that was about it. 11.50 seconds for Clark, 11.82 for Messiah. Step up to the under 20 girls now, 6-inch trees. Not the fastest opening 50, but Adea Brewster of Alexandra stayed the course. She's in lane 2, arms pumping, seals the win in 12.66 seconds. A sample of what is to come for the BSAT final. Somebody said, stop the press. Ashley Lowe of St. Michael's School will cut them down with top end speed. Licks galore, 12.32. Marielle Corbin of Commonwealth second in 12.82. The big boys now under 20s. Thierry Jordan of SMS came out the drive phase in prime position, but Itmar Jones of Alexandra with that unique running style dips on the line, 11.24 seconds. Jordan second, 11.27. Let's keep going then. A ding-dong battle between lanes 4 and 6. Tremaine Smith of the Lodge School and Johnny Ince of QC. Ince executing to a T. Relegate Smith to second. The winning time 10.97. Smith 11 seconds flat. And you know what they say, you've got to save the best for last. Darian Clark of SMS versus Mikael Carvalho of Comomere. Clark was in some discomfort at the halfway point, and that left the door wide open for Carvalho. Signed, sealed, delivered, 10.82 seconds. Looking sharp. 2 thumbs up for day 1 of the Frank Blackman zone. Damien Best, CBC Sports.
And what I can tell you in regards to the scores is that defending girls champion St. Michael, they have a relatively comfortable lead, whereas the race is a little closer in the boys division. Now in the girls, St. Michael are first with 218 points, head of Springer 193.5. Queen's College has 173, Combermere 171.5, and the Lodge School has 88. Now in the boys, Combermere lead with 140.5, just 2.5 ahead of Queen's College on 138. Then St. Michael have 132, St. Leonard's 130, and Lodge there in 5th position on 122.5. But in an initiative to further develop field event participation and standards on the island, the Charles Walcott Foundation, organizers of the Joseph Payne Memorial Athletics Classic, have embarked on a project that's providing throwing facilities to many of the island's secondary schools. The project was started back in January in partnership with Preconco Limited, with the first discus circle being presented to the Courage and Parry School. Recently, they completed the second phase. CP received a shot put circle, and there have also been presentations to St. George Secondary, 1 discus circle, Christchurch Foundation, 1 discus and 1 shot put circle, the St. Michael's School, 1 shot put circle, and Queen's College, 1 shot put and discus circle. Now, all the circles were precast and delivered by crane by Preconco. Now, Charles Walcott, the chairman of Joseph Payne Memorial Athletics Classic, said that by having these throwing facilities at the schools, it will allow the coaches to provide technical assistance within their respective environments and create a greater awareness and interest in the throws, among other benefits. Now, this project will be followed by a field event circuit, which will include all the secondary schools. It will be hosted at the schools where the facilities have been placed. In addition, there is a meeting to be convened with the field event coaches within the coming weeks to discuss the future of the field events in Barbados and also what is required to produce field event athletes at the Olympic and World Championship levels. Now, Barbadian weightlifter Zigora Calendar, she had a few mixed results, as at the end of the IWF Youth World Championships in Las Vegas yesterday, she narrowly missed out on a top 10 finish. Competing in the 59 kilogram category, Calendar lifted 60 kg in the snatch, but she had a no-lift result from the judges in the clean and jerk at 79 kg, having lifted 73 kg previously. Now, that result placed her in 11th in her weight class. Well, Lisa, it's time for the focus to be on the advancement of cricket, and if this is to be achieved, there must be consistency, sustainability, and the efficient use of inputs to get the sport where it needs to be. Now, this is the crux of the 10-point plan being put forth by Ricky Scarrett and his running mate, Dr. Keyshawn Shallow, who later this month recontested the presidency and vice presidency, respectively, of Cricket West Indies. Now, the two were guests on this morning's radio talk show on Q100.7 FM, Let's Talk About It. Scarrett, who goes up against current President Dave Cameron, says it's time for his opponent to step aside and let the focus be on the game and not on him.
Cricket West Indies, the C in Cricket West Indies needs to stand for cricket again. The plan we have is called Cricket First, because we have looked at this very carefully over the last several months, and we are convinced that one of the key problems is that Cricket West Indies has lost its focus, and that the C in Cricket West Indies stands a little too much for Cameron and a little too little for cricket. And that's really the principle on which we are running, that we want to be moving forward with some priorities. We cannot be all things to all people overnight. We have to begin to set cricket priorities and allocate the resources that we have as efficiently and as effectively as possible.
Now, to win the vote, Scarrett must gain the support of the regional boards. Already 3 territories have indicated that their support is behind his opponent, Cameron. The Barbados Cricket Association is one of those boards, although there has been some concern among its membership that the decision was taken without giving an ear to Scarrett. Scarrett has been traveling around the region in an attempt to garner support in his bid for presidency, and he's concerned that he was not initially given the chance to speak to the BCA. After some pressure by membership, the BCA extended the invitation for him to speak at a board meeting scheduled for tonight. But as he explains, it came at a time where he had already made other speaking commitments.
Last week, we got a letter from the BCA saying, well, we heard that you're coming to Barbados, and since you're going to be in Barbados, we're making it possible for you to come to attend our board meeting on Tuesday night. And unfortunately, while one official was writing that letter to us, another one was putting out a statement basically saying that the BCA will not be moved. The BCA is made the right decision with the right process, and we're not changing our opinion. We had a very full agenda. We have a very full agenda for today, right up to tonight. So we'll be on a show tonight at the same time that they were inviting us to come to the board meeting. So we replied very respectfully and said, thank you for the invitation, but no thanks. At this point in time, we think that we need to maintain our commitments that we had already set.
Meanwhile, Dr. Shallow is assuring that if his bid is unsuccessful, it will not be a deterrent to him continuing his push to serve at the highest level in the regional game.
Cricket is my life. I've been playing before even going into administration, I was a cricketer. I always wanted to be a cricketer. I spent 5 years in UK studying, and I played, cricket at every opportunity I get. So I was exposed to the system there and have a great appreciation for what it is, for what cricket should be, where it should be. And so I'm 100% committed. I'm still the president of St. Vincent and Grenadines Cricket Association and the director of Windward Island, and that won't change regardless of the outcome of this election. So I am definitely committed. I'm going to be supporting, and in terms of being the presidency, if the stakeholders then believe that, that they still have the confidence in me then, as they have Trinidad and Leeward Island have shown now, then I'm 100% committed.
The Cricket West Indies elections are set for March the 24th. But the England head coach Trevor Bayliss has suggested that they may rest some of their star players for the one-day series against Pakistan in May, giving some of their fringe players another opportunity to stake their claims for a place in the World Cup squad. England did similarly in the T20 series in the West Indies and were rewarded with a 3-0 series whitewash. One such player is Jofra Archer, who is set to come into contention after not having featured in the ODIs. Chris Jordan and David Willey were among the players to push their case for World Cup inclusion in the 3 T20s here in the Caribbean. And Bayliss admitted they have made the selectors' decisions a bit trickier.